We got the hits. We got the gist. This is Lagos' #1 lifestyle station, City 1051 FM.
A very good morning to you. Welcome to another exciting edition of Sports City on #1 lifestyle station, City 1051. Angels sweat it out for Aito Cup trophy. Kiki Bettins shocks Keba at NBA Finals as LeBron still can't buy a win for Lakers.
On the foreign scene, it's World Chemistry Day, and there's some chemistry in Unai Emery's team. We'll be taking reactions.
I'm with Edmond Silent G.
I'm the boss of
And it's Sports City.
That's the intro for all science students.
So you're a science student.
Name a better sports program, and we on Sports City
No,
will
mixologist.
quit. We're not here to play, but we are the best in the game. Sports City with the Silent G.
And surely with no doubt we're the best in this game, and that means we're not quitting for anything because you have no reason to turn off the die. So what you need to do is go straight to the social media platform at City 1051. That's one medium in which you could be part of the conversation. WhatsApp is 09099164403. Slower now, 09099164403. And phone number is also there for you, 0700-1051-1051. It's Sports City, and let's get talking immediately. Let's start from the world of tennis. We are going straight to the WTA Finals, Dami. This one, we never saw this coming, especially after Kiki Bettins came into this competition through the back door, and that's because Simona Halep had to quit the competition because of injury. And she has shocked everyone. Most especially Angelique Kerber, beating her in straight sets.
Yeah, morning, Wilfred.
Hold on. Actually, 3 sets.
Yeah, good morning to the listener out there. Yeah, Kiki Bettins has done something that nobody expected. Like you said, by the virtue of Simona Halep's injury, she got into WTA Finals, and she was blown away. Well, not blown away. She lost the first set. And she was blown away. She dropped serve twice and was defeated 6-1 by Angelique Kerber. And everyone felt that Angelique Kerber was just going to rally on and win in straight sets. Kerber was up a break also in the second set, even though she was broken right back in game 4. She eventually lost game 8 and allowed Kiki Bettins win the second set 6-3. And in a bizarre third set, where the first 7 games went in the way of the receiver, none of the ladies could hold serve. Eventually, Kiki Bettins wrapped it up 1-6, 6-4, and 6-4.
All right, earlier on, that's yesterday, we also saw one other game involving 2 former champions at the US Open. Funny enough, the last 2 winners of the US Open,
defending champion Naomi Osaka, and the person she dethroned, Sloane Stephens.
Right.
And it's been an interesting year for Naomi Osaka, but not the best yesterday.
Yeah, the very funny thing about this particular one, because it was full of unforced errors. You look at Naomi Osaka, for example, had 46. That's 15 more than what Sloane Stephens had.
31. And even though she hit a couple of aces, 7 aces, Naomi Osaka, none actually for Sloane Stephens. But when the unforced errors are 15 more than your opponent, then you can understand why you've lost your first game. So first round of WTA Finals gone, and we're looking forward to the exciting ones.
All right, so it ended 7-5, 4-6, 6-1 in favor of Sloane Stephens. But this woman, Naomi Osaka, after that match, was complaining that the ball bounces in a weird manner. Do you actually agree?
No, I think...
or like blaming the courts?
Yeah, I think she should just take the defeat. I mean, when she beat Serena Williams was complaining about certain things, and Naomi Osaka didn't like that. She said it took the shine off her own victory. So I don't think she should do the exact same thing to Sloane Stephens that was done to her by Serena Williams.
Anyway, this is the last time it will be played in Singapore, so from next year it will be played in China.
So no bouncy ball around anymore.
So they also need to get used to the new surface because it's going to be new for them. There will be games today in the white group, and the results we gave you were from the red group, but in the white group we'll get to see Caroline Wozniacki, who lost her opening game, play Petra Kvitova. Then also playing later today at 2 p.m. will be Elena Vitolina against Karolina Pliskova. Remember, the top 2 will progress to the next stage, that's in the semis, and of course from there we'll get the finalists for this one. Let's move on to other things quickly. Let me just tell you that Dina Asher-Smith as well as Caster Semenya, they are among the 10 nominees for the World Athlete of the Year, but my focus has to be on Caster Semenya, the African especially after the testosterone and Namdi. Remember that decision by IAF delaying the decision more, like they said, till March next year, and you start wondering what athletics holds for Castor.
Well, look, as long as it's a naturally occurring thing, you know, I think the case of Caster Semenya is similar to saying you want to sanction a basketballer for being too tall.
Yeah.
It's if she has any naturally occurring advantage, it's a naturally occurring advantage. You know, some people are just lucky. It's like I'm saying any driver whose eyesight is too good in Formula One should wear shades to make it fair on the others. You know, sometimes natural abilities, apart from training, natural abilities.
Say Peter Crouch should cut his legs so that he doesn't hit the ball ahead of the defenders.
Or you say an NFL player who is from a family that has naturally heavy people should do something. He should go and do surgery.
Exactly, must go and do surgery
and remove. You know, so I think it's very unfair.
All right.
She has not taken any drugs. She has not done any treatment. They are telling her to now take treatment to reduce her naturally
6 months
God-given
ahead of any competition. That's not nice at all.
Arrant nonsense.
Okay, waiting for that decision, but for Castor, we'll see if she'll get to win it. I actually see her winning it because she has dominated her sport, 800 meters, 400 meters. Just give it to Castor Semenya. Let's just move on to the world of basketball. Nnamdi, it seemed like the Lakers were finally going to get a win, but the Spurs had other ideas because that game went into overtime.
Just 1 point in overtime.
Yeah, and it's the Spurs who won.
Yep. In Los Angeles.
Yeah, actually, in Los Angeles.
Let me
So
just throw
that
that out
the
there.
Lakers' second home loss.
Well,
Yeah.
look at it this way, right? For the Lakers, it's not their second. Yeah, the second home loss actually. Yeah. Once again, it was a case of okay, somebody else should step up, and Kuzma did 37 points in that one. So there was someone who stepped up off the bench. Hart stepped up. 20 points. You know, you have to try to do your best. No, not your heart.
You're not Kevin Hart either.
Not at all.
And it's fair enough, he's a J Hart.
Yeah.
He also had 10 rebounds, all of them being defensive. Then you had Lonzo Ball with 14 points. You know, McGee had 16 points. LeBron had 32. So it looked like, okay, the Lakers were doing something right. Problem was on the turnovers. Once again, Uncle LeBron. 5 turnovers.
Yeah, that's because he's always involved in everything.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't blame him. You also have to look at Maggie. Maggie had how many turnovers? Okay, just one.
He had just one. He had
Just
6
one.
personal fouls.
Yeah,
but
but
you
Kuzma
see,
had 2.
Kuzma had 2.
Yeah.
LeBron, look at it this way, right? All the starters had 4.
Yeah.
LeBron had 5. Of the 9 turnovers from the starters, LeBron had
5. All the others combined had 4.
Had 5. Bear in mind that DeRozan and Rudy Gay, 2 of the most influential players for the Spurs, had 5 turnovers between 2 of them. So when you look at that, and the fact that match point for point, because Adid had 37, DeRozan had 32, everybody was in their bit. It was a very competitive game.
Yeah.
What happened was just a simple case of last minute strength of character. Spurs came through in overtime. That was all it was, you know. Lakers have shown they can score, but they've shown that they can't defend.
Very obvious.
I think to quickly add to what Nnamdi said, it was a bit of revenge for Spurs. They were leading by 8 points in the final minutes of the fourth quarter, and McGee, Kuzma, and LeBron James pushed it into overtime. Then the Lakers were leading by 6 points, and then Forbes, Gay, and Mills got 7 points to clinch it right there in overtime.
Look, it's just lack of character. Maybe that's something that can be worked on. I just think Lakers are going for LeBron has already done how many highlight dunks this season. You know, there's still a lot of show among the Lakers, but
and his 3-point shooting is still horrible. 2 out of 8 yesterday.
There's no flow yet with that team. I'm sure they'll come together. Other results,
the Warriors,
Kyrie Irving and Celtics were shocked.
Yeah.
Nikola Vucevic and the Magic, they defeated them 93-90. So now the Celtics have won 2, lost 2, exactly like the Magic.
Yeah.
They're both at 50%. Kemba Walker, 26 points, didn't do him any good. Kyle Lowry and the Raptors again, 4th straight win. 127-106 over the Hornets. For the Milwaukee Bucks, They were 124, 113 winners,
And
3 straight wins from Giannis Antetokounmpo's 31 points and 15 rebounds, double in that one. Minnesota Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns, led them to a 101-91 win. Jimmy Butler over the Pacers. Jimmy Butler in that one had 20 points. Timberwolves have won 2, lost 2. For Chicago Bulls, still winless. Zach LaVine 34 points in that one, didn't matter. DeAndre Jordan had 18 points, 16 rebounds for the Mavericks, and he's the first Mavericks player in 24 years. 3 straight double-doubles, 115-109 win over the Chicago Bulls in that one for the Mavericks. Memphis Grizzlies veteran Marc Gasol, 18 points, 13 rebounds.
the Jazz still can't win at home.
Another 23 points from Conley, and the Grizzlies won that one 92-84.
Low scoring game.
Yeah, the Jazz only win this season has come
Away.
Rudy Gobert
Win in
with
Utah for
11
them.
points and 12 rebounds, trying to pick up from last season's form. For the Washington Wizards, they're 125-124 winners. They won it in overtime over the Trail Blazers. Golden State Warriors 123-103 win. They won all their home games, of course.
Yeah.
They've only lost 1 game this season. Of course, that's away on the road. Steph Curry had 29 points in this one, 15 of them in the third quarter. So Warriors look to be going back to their leading man. For the San Antonio Spurs, well, this means that they've now introduced the Lakers. Remember what I told you about the Western Conference?
What was that?
I said the Lakers are in the Western Conference. All this show will not matter. They and the Oklahoma City Thunder in the West are the only winless teams, and along with Chicago Bulls and Cleveland Cavaliers are the only winless teams in the NBA. So LeBron's current and past teams are winless in the NBA.
Quick one, Nnamdi.
Yeah.
When you look at the strength of the East and compared to that of the West, you just feel that maybe the teams in the West are actually at a disadvantage, being that many of them are actually better than the ones in the East. Is it time to revive the structure of the NBA? I'm just wondering.
It's just it is what it is.
Just the same way they did with the playoffs.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Look, at the end of the day, because you have to come through the grueling West, and sometimes it can be at a disadvantage. Because by the time you get to the final, you're tired. You face probably the best teams in the NBA. But take nothing away from the Eastern teams right now. I mean, if you're looking at teams 100%, you have 3 in the East: the Raptors, the Bucks, and the Pistons.
Yeah.
3 teams in the East. You only have 2 in the West: the Nuggets and the Pelicans. Bear that in mind, Nuggets, Pelicans. So in the West, the teams that are winless that are still there, you have Golden State, Portland, San Antonio, Memphis, Clippers, Mavericks. You have Jazz. Yeah. The Rockets are third from bottom. They have 1 win from 3 games.
Still early days, though.
Lakers are winless. Thunder are winless. That tells you that the West is not somewhere to be played with.
All right, and that's still yet to strike in the NBA. We'll see when they eventually do so.
They're probably patient.
But let's go straight into the local flavor. We are Angels. We'll be doing battle later today for the IT Cup trophy. I'm sure you're wondering who the Angels are. Just stay with us.
Charles.
A better sports program, and we on Sports City will quit.
Ready to
We don't just talk sports. We play the game right on sports.
oh, they use left.
We don't just talk sports. We play the game right on sports.
Another those 2 instead. I don't know. I take up final for women in Yenagoa happening at the Samson Siasia Stadium. Then tomorrow we'll get to see the men's final. But for today, it's a battle of 2 angels. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Ibom Angels. They face off against that's Rivers Angels. 2 of them played in the finals of this one in Jos last season at the Rampant Stadium, and it was Rivers Angels who won that one. But this time around, Ibom Angels, they seem to have some quality players that have pushed them all the way. Glory Obuna, one of them, obviously. You can't overlook the defender who also got a call-up to the Super Falcons squad. And not forgetting MMSCN, who got them those 2 precious goals at the Dan Anyam Stadium when they won 2-0, and that was against Edo Queen. So, for great finale it promises to be. For Rivers Angels, they also won 2-0, and so they are through also to the finals. We'll see how this would go. But Nnamdi, for Rivers Angels, most successful team
By far.
not just in the league, but even in the ITO Cup.
By far, most successful team, period.
Yeah, and they produce most of the players in the Super Falcons.
Yep.
Yeah, most of the home-based players in the Super Falcons.
Well, even players that have gone abroad.
Yeah,
Started from Rivers Angels.
like the best player in Africa also played for Rivers Angels, and that's Aziza Toshola. So it's good to see this final happening later today. We'll keep fingers crossed and see how it will pan out. But for Edwin Ocon, he's been at that club for a very long time, maybe part of the reason they've been very, very consistent. The NFF General Assembly will be happening tomorrow. That's in Asaba. For obvious reasons, that's before the men's final will take place later in the evening.
Has the sports minister approved it?
Yeah, the sports minister is expected to be there. He's meant to be the special guest of honor. Yeah, the sports minister is meant to be. Same as the one in Bielsa today.
So now here's my question.
Yeah.
How can he be guest of honor when he does not know they had an election and does not recognize the board? I know people are saying we should let sleeping dogs die. I'm going to flog this dog back a week. Because, no, seriously. With all the wahala and everything, it's funny how, I don't want to say maybe because the elections are around the corner, we've suddenly stopped saying all these things again. You know, but it's what it is.
Okay, so expect to see all the executive board members of the NFF.
Would you be there?
I'm not one of them. Same as the secretaries. You also have all the football FAs from all the 36 states and the FCT, leaders of the Nigerian Women Football League, same for the NPFL, all the leagues in Nigeria, even the Referees Association, as well as the Coaches and Players Union. Everybody is set for that one. It's happening tomorrow. For Yimba International, they arrived to Casablanca yesterday, 10:30 a.m. they arrived, same time with Nigeria, by the way. Nigeria and Morocco, yes, same time at the moment. They were supposed to train yesterday. They eventually did train. The venue where they were supposed to train was not available for use because the floodlights were not working. But they were able to eventually secure another place.
North Africans.
Yeah. And that's the Mole Richard complex where they eventually trained for 1 hour. And Enyimba coach Usman Abdallah is very confident. He says, what? Don't lose hope in us. It's not clear. Now what's up?
Don't wait for this one. Magba like twice.
Might just breeze through in 1 minute, less than 1 minute, so that we'll go Champions League.
Yeah.
And even
It's Arsenal. We'll start with Arsenal, then Champions League.
okay, so you can just fly along.
I'll
with
fly
this.
this one in less than a minute.
Studio.
Obviously, lots of guys are prayer warriors in Enyimba because yesterday it was Bashar Abdurrahman who also said we should pray for them. Now the coach Usman Abdallah saying we'll pray for them. No problem, we like to pray.
They should have just trained with MFM.
Okay.
And I'm sure if they had, that's like you already interacted with prayer warriors. Everything is done for you.
Alright, for Abia Warriors, the media officer of the side, Igwe Onoha, confirmed this morning that they are reducing Odefreke Fiong's suspension to just 1 month. Remember, he was suspended during the ITO Cup group stages here in Lagos, and they said it was indefinite. Then Odefreke Fiong refused to come on as a sub, but I guess because they've resumed training and they want him back, they've cut short the suspension. Short break, Arsenal gets our attention, 10/10 for the Gunners.
We're not here to
That first half, let's start let's start ball them. First half, we always get
So Arsenal obviously on a revival, 10 wins in 10 games for the Gunners under Unai Emery. But Namde, let's not get carried away by yesterday's scoreline. Yes, Arsenal won 3-1 coming from behind, but Leicester were actually very dominant in the first 30 minutes of the game thereabouts.
first half.
They could have taken a 2-0 lead.
Which they didn't
easily.
take. But they didn't take the lead, and that's all that matters. You know, the tactics of playing three at the back and putting Iheanacho and Jamie Vardy in initially wider positions meant that the Arsenal players had issues picking them up when they ran through the channels. The ball was lumped over, put in the channels, and look, for that whole first half, Bellerin could not get involved in the game. You know, they had the Arsenal fullbacks pinned back. They had Arsenal's midfield sitting really deep because they were cutting off midfield play. Problem was, second half came, Arsenal had got the measure of them after, of course, the first half ended 1-1, and by the second half, Arsenal were in the ascendancy, and from there, it was all one-way traffic. Leicester were now the ones struggling. The dominance that Maddison showed in the first half was gone with the wind. Yeah, it looks like Bianchillo had lost his legs because Bellerin ran riot. And look, that man Ozil, I don't know, it's like he's on a one-man mission to prove Germany wrong. You know, had another fantastic game. Probably his best game. Probably his best game under Unai Emery. But it's not just the goal and the assist.
Yeah, beyond it.
The movement and the distribution throughout the game was very, 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 very key for Arsenal. It allowed them to keep Leicester constantly under the cosh for very, 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 very long spells. So credit to Unai Emery. Arsenal are up to 4th. Yeah. It's now 10 on the spin, undefeated. You know, and they will go with that confidence into their Europa League match on Thursday, which he had already complained about because, I mean, why give a Monday night match to a team playing in Europe? You know, considering that they have to now prepare for another midweek match.
Okay, since you just mentioned Europe, let's just go straight to that. And Old Trafford. Yesterday, Dami, we spoke about this one, and that was on late edition. Cristiano Ronaldo at the press conference did say that, look, the rape case came up, and he said, don't worry, my lawyers are in control. This is all... I'm trying to remember the exact word he used.
He said the truth will always come out.
Exactly. Now, he's obviously going to be the center of attraction. That's at Old Trafford. For the fact that Mandzukic is out, he's expected to play down the middle. Do you think the supplies would come?
Absolutely. I think this is a game that is set up for Ronaldo to get his first goal in the
Dybala will have
Champions
to
League.
play.
Yeah, I think Dybala will play. Probably.
Came off the bench at the weekend against Genoa.
Now that there's no Mandzukic has been ruled out. I expect to see Dybala. I expect to see Ronaldo. It now depends on who the coach will go for between Cuadrado and Bernardeschi to complete the 3. I think they'll play 3 midfielders today because they're playing away from home.
When last did we see that happen?
Against Kiev during the weekend, they played Pjanic as the holding midfielder, and they played Matuidi and Bentancur in front of
But they've
him.
been playing 4 defenders lately.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I expect to see 3 in the
You are saying you
midfield.
expect them to play
3 in the
midfield.
3 central midfielders.
4-3-3.
So 4-3-3. It could now be Sami Khedira and Emre Can can come in.
No, Emre Can and Khedira are out.
Okay, so they're out of the game.
Emre
So
Can, Khedira, Mandzukic, Spinazzola all out.
So most likely that exact same midfield, Bentancur, Pjanic, and Matuidi. Then Dybala flanking Ronaldo and Bernardeschi flanking Ronaldo
straight up. At the back is the same: Cancelo, Bonucci, Chiellini, and Sandro.
All right. For United, we don't expect much changes. Alexis Sanchez is out. Probably the same forward line we saw at the weekend against
Martial, Lukaku, Rashford. Those 3.
But how do you see this swinging?
It's tough. Juventus are a tough technical side. They don't give much away. They are very compact.
Except Bonucci.
Yeah.
Szczesny
has having no boys having a blinder for Juve.
Yeah,
I think he's been great for Juve. He's been very, very great for Juve. But look, at the end of to think that Buffon has left and Juve don't miss him, it says a lot about how Szczesny has stepped into his gloves. But look, truth of the matter is this: my worry is that Mourinho will want to come and think of how to cancel out Ronaldo, whereas Bernardeschi is the real threat. You know, and Pjanic has distribution. Matuidi is the Liverpool player. So I think you should forget about trying to mark Juventus players. You should be more focused on putting Rashford down Bonucci's throat.
Martial down Bonucci's throat.
It's because of speed.
Okay, well, Rashford for speed, but I think Martial can give penalties, can run rings round.
Yeah, but you know, Martial will be playing down the wings, and so
the more reason why he's probably going to cut in. Because if Luke Shaw is going to play as the left back, he's going to give you.
That means
that's why I said Rashford, because he's the one that will run at Chiellini and Bonucci. The reason being that Alexandro, unlike Cancelo, who is more defensive minded, Alexandro will be up top, so balls can be floated over him straight to Rashford. First of all, you're going to have Rashford in a foot race with Chiellini. That's only going one way.
Yep.
And put him face to face with Bonucci.
They'll probably now have Martial peeling off Bonucci.
You have Martial and Lukaku peeling off Bonucci. Yeah. So that's what United need to be thinking of. Anything else, they are playing directly into Juve's hands. Juve's team is more physical, more technical, more compact, more confident, more experienced, and has more quality all over the pitch. in different positions. United have quality here and there. You will have it all over the pitch.
All right, one other team that has a lot of quality has to be Manchester City, even though they lost their opening game at home to Lyon, but this time they travel away to play Shakhtar Donetsk. But Kevin De Bruyne is finally back, same as Mendy, and these two guys, they look like the engine room of this City side in Namde.
Yeah, but for some reason, we see Man City in the league and we see Coventry City in Europe. They seem to be two different teams entirely in Sky Blue.
Coventry City.
Yeah, there's a different Sky Blue we see in Europe. You know, for some reason, they really failed to hit the highlights. You know, they had to grind out a win against Hoffenheim. They lost at home to Lyon.
Yeah.
You know, I don't expect Shakhtar to pose them too many problems. The problem is Shakhtar have a lot of players that one-on-one, you know, could cause problems.
Yeah.
You know, there's Maicon, there's Wellington,
Tyson
there's
is out.
Alan. Yeah, Tyson is out, but that's one player.
Yeah.
You know,
One big player.
you know,
out.
don't forget that Shakhtar is the Brazilian embassy in Ukraine.
Yeah.
So there's always a stream of Brazilians there. I just think that they're a very compact side, and City need to, like I said for Arsenal yesterday, break them down early. You know,
All right,
they need to break them down early.
Other games to expect today. The early kickoff will see AEK Athens play Bayern
Bayern
Munich.
Munich,
Bayern
yep.
Munich bounced back against Wolfsburg at the weekend.
Yeah.
So pressure off Kovac at the moment.
Well, Kingsley Coman
Pressure
is out.
reduced.
Kingsley Coman is out. Ribery is out.
Yeah.
Tolisso is out.
So expect James Rodriguez and Ian Robben to be the wingers today.
All right, for the not so young boys, they play Valencia.
Yeah, but that's in group. That's
Early
in group
kickoff.
In major game today, the Madrid and Pizen game, Real Madrid and Victoria Pizen. I think if Lopetegui loses today's game, he can as well kiss his Bernabeu job goodbye.
Trust me, they're looking at friends.
And then we play the other games.
Roma, CSK, Moscow will be today. Roma need to get a result. They didn't have a good result against Spal. Real Madrid will win. It's Victoria plays in at the Bernabeu.
Yeah, that's what they said. It was
About
Levante. Exactly.
So that's what they say about Levante. So we'll wait and see. Ajax take on Benfica. Hoffenheim take on Lyon. That's the other Group F match in Man City's group. So looking forward to that one as well.
All right, the message is on social media.
All right, social media. This one is from Chipre Hygienist. He said, please United.
Been
we
a
don't-
while.
Yeah, he said we don't need first half Akamu game, second half full game. The way we played against Newcastle and Chelsea. Fred Adoki says, good morning guys. Douglas Costa is back. Oh. Shiomi Kennedy says, yes, 10th for my darling Gunners. Let me wait and see them against Liverpool before celebrating. Hassan Odwa
that.
Root says, good morning guys. I hope Aimba can make us travel by turning that result tonight as the auto favor them. Una Emery making us joyful. We can only ask for more and wish this last till the end of the season. Bello Monsuro West says, UCL is back again and I see City playing first half draw and Juventus and United play full-time draw. Good football for it will be at Arsenal. This one is also for Chipia Juniors. He says, as for me, Rosary is with me up in back. So let's pray for them.
Rosary, wow.
Okay, Abiola A3, that's at A3 Sky B says, really wish Ibom Angels win this year's ITO Federations Cup. Those girls have been on a steady rise.
Yeah.
I hope last year's defeat will be enough to motivate them over Rivers Angel third time around. Chobi Victor says, I'm confident my darling Aimba will prove most of the pundits wrong who have written them off after that loss in the first leg. Please, Wilfred, don't support us. I'm begging you as an Aimba fan.
Sorry, I won't.
Original Allen says Arsenal is really balling out of control. Did you see that third goal?
Yeah.
Tapa.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right. This one on WhatsApp from Michael Fapu Honda from Ogi just says, morning Wilfred, Arsenal and other played sweet football, very direct and adventurous. Kudos to Emery for his work in progress for the Arsenal team. Another one says, good morning, my darling Gunners, improving and improving every day. Alexi will be for next African best player. Watch out for him, and that's from Shoimi Karinde. And maybe one final one. Time, no.
Just one. Actually, Atilola, she says, our football teams are so boring.
Okay.
If they are not these angels or that angels, they are this queen or that queen.
All
Good
right.
morning.
We love them that way. Thank you.
No, but I agree with her. We need more names.
All right. No, we need more angels. Time for us to go. Tomorrow morning, 7:45 a.m. We'll come back with Sports
How about
City.
Olori?
Then Follow City FM on our social media platform at
Crocodiles.
City 1051.
Lionesses.
Nando the boss of is at
Olympic
Namobaya.
Lionesses.
Down below, just salute that is handle and at the
Tigers,
silent G
that's
for
taking
Fred
on
Moore.
basketball.
And we'll stay with your number one lifestyle station, City 105. Breakfast City continues with Beniak and Belarus. So, Koje, next is your business, my business.
First ladies.
We got the hits. We got the gist. This is Lagos' #1 lifestyle station, City 1051 FM.